Hey everybody, welcome back to Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. My name is Dylan and we are celebrating tonight. I'm really freaking excited. You guys know that Robin Yount rookie card made the Hall of Fame. Baseball card, Hall of Fame. Absolutely stoked out of my mind. I can't thank you guys enough. So let me get all this out of the way. I want to first and foremost thank Ray from Philly. Guys, go check out Ray's channel. He put the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame on the map. So it gave us collectors an opportunity to vote cards that we think should be in the Baseball Card Hall of Fame. There isn't one until he created it 6 or 7 years ago now. And to be able, as a collector who had no idea about YouTube or the Baseball Card Hall of Fame before this, I wasn't even involved with other collectors. Just me doing my own thing on the internet, not going to shows except for the little ones here, just doing my thing. And me coming across podcasts and then making the jump to YouTube and then being on YouTube and now having a vote. Man, I can't thank you enough, Ray, for putting this on and putting it all together. And I think the cards that have made it so far are so worthy of the Hall. And my all-time favorite baseball card is the Robin Yount rookie card that I used to call Robin Yount until I got on YouTube and everyone said Yount. I had never heard anyone say the name before. So let me tell you guys about the story of why I was so adamant to get Robin Yount's rookie card into the Hall of Fame. When I was probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in that range, I was at my friend Ty's house. I could have been, I guess I would probably had to have been like 4 or 5. I was at my friend Ty's house. And in his room, he had shelves like any kid does, and he had a stack of 1975 Topps cards. And I instantly gravitated to them, and I put them in my hands, and I went through them, and I had never held cards that old in my life. Not in a case or anything, just boom. I'd seen them, like I knew what they were, and I came across the Robin Yount rookie card, 1975 Topps. And at the time, it was worth $27 in a Beckett. And I just couldn't believe I was holding it. And it was the most valuable card up to that point. And ever since then, I have had an infatuation, a love affair with that Topps card, this one right here. And when I found out that it made it after me pleading with you guys, and I can't thank you guys enough for putting your vote in. If you did for me, if you didn't even want the card and did it for me, I can't thank you enough. I was driving home. I couldn't get to the live stream right away because I was working at a job doing yards and there was no reception at that area, and I was trying to time it because I had a couple of yards that day, 2 different homes to work on, and I was trying to time it so I would be at the reception location the time the live went on, but I just missed it. But when I found out, I know it sounds really silly and stupid, but man, I was driving home and I got emotionally teary-eyed. Like I was genuinely it sounds so silly. It's baseball cards and it just got in the Sports Card Hall of Fame that someone invented, Ray, 6, 7 years ago, and I didn't know. And what's so cool about tonight is the fact that me and my wife, I've been going in, we have like this huge loft with all this storage. Well, I've changed my surfboard room. We have a whole nother room in the house that is surfboards. I took all those out and put them in a shed that I built outside, and that's my surfboard room now. And we're put all our other stuff down there. And I've been going through boxes today, and I found just meaningful stuff to me. And I'm going to share that tonight with you guys right now. I found my baseball card report. This was on my wall. Let me put my back down. This has been on my wall forever. And I've talked about this report. but I didn't have the report. My wife laminated these about 7 or 8 years ago. And there was an oral report done, and it was all about baseball cards in 1993. I didn't even know what year it was because when we moved over here like 8 years ago, give or take a year, this is all I took out from the report itself. These were the cover pages inside, unlaminated at the time, and I have those on display at all times, but I didn't have the actual report. And I found it today, or my wife actually found it, which is just awesome. And I'm going to dive into this and read a little bit from this report that I did when I was 13. This is the actual report, and this is how much I love baseball cards. I never took a break. I collected baseball cards, and everyone knew it in high school and beyond. This was 1993. So look at I got my cursive going. We got the introduction. And then let's see. Let's just read this thing. My hobby in baseball card collecting. It's fun, exciting, and easy to start. I have lot of experience in collecting baseball cards. I started at 5 years of age. I know most of all the cards' value. I'm telling you, I've been a value guy my whole life. So I'm reading this pretty much for the first time. I read glimpses of some today, but I wanted to read it here live on here because I've been talking about this report for so long because I was so bummed I put everything away that we didn't display. So now finding it again. Okay, so I enjoy it because it is very exciting when you get something good in a pack. I also enjoy it because it is something fun I can do on my spare time. And it's very fun trading with friends. All right, so that's good. 1993 right there. That is so cool. Steps. So the steps, look at that card I put in there. I put pretty much all the commons, but yeah, that's a pretty cool card. All right, what is it? Steps. All right, I'm just going to read it because I haven't read this in so long. I didn't read this at all. If you want to start a baseball card collection, then read this. You will need to save your money. You can do chores around the house or have a garage sale. When you have enough money, you will need to see what cards are the best. You can ask a friend that collects baseball cards or ask someone who owns a card shop. One, which I never did because I just felt, well, I'll probably say something about it later. I read one little section in another page. All right, well, I don't know what that says, but you know which cards are the best. You will need someone to take you to the card shop. You could go with your friends or ask your mom or dad if they will take you, or a brother or sister. Then you can buy baseball cards. You can buy them in packs or in singles. Then you will need a price guide. You can buy a monthly price guide or a yearly guide. Yearly guides are not very accurate on their prices. Once you get a price guide, you should pick the good cards out of the packs and put them in cases. The commons you can put in some flimsy sheets. Flimsy sheets. Oh, that's so cool. Then you can trade with friends or you can trade with neighbors. If I were you, this is what I read earlier. If I were you, I wouldn't trade at school or at a card shop. Dude, I even knew then. Don't sell your cards to a card shop. They're gonna, back in the day, you get like a quarter of the price. Pros and cons, you gotta have pros and cons. And this is just, it's coming apart. All right, we're just gonna keep reading. Now, I'm going to tell you about the pros and cons of collecting baseball cards. The first pro about collecting baseball cards is you can trade them with friends or other people. The second pro is that some of the cards go up in value. The third pro is if you buy a pack that only costs $1, you might get a card that's worth $1,000. Now, I'm probably talking about the autographs back 1993. So, yeah. Now, I'm telling you, it's so funny to read that price right there because I kid you not, I always thought there's like a Nolan Ryan auto from the upper deck that you see in the background there. I always thought that was like $500 to $1,000 even when I was a kid. and I just bought it for 400 and something bucks. So it's fun to read this, knowing that I don't think I'm crazy. Now I'm going to tell you about some cons of collecting baseball cards. The first con in baseball cards can get bent. The second thing is you might get ripped off in a trade. The third con is your cards can get lost. But those cons can be overcome. You can overcome getting your cards bent. All you need to do is buy protective cases for them. The second con you can overcome is getting ripped off in a trade. You could bring a price guide with you when you trade. The third con you could overcome is losing your cards. I'm sorry I can't read this. I'm trying to like read it through the screen, and then dude, I honestly can't read my own writing. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to keep going here. I'm just loving this. You can put them in a box wherever you go, or I wouldn't bring them many places. So good. All right, hold on. I'm going to keep going here. It's pretty big. So let me see. Maybe I'll skip to a few. All right, we got a history lesson here. History lesson. Dude. I mean, is that awesome or what? History lesson right here. I'm not going to read this. Let's keep going on the baseball card theme things. I mean, this thing was massive. Famous person. Let's see. I think I did Mickey Mantle. Read it earlier, but I don't know if it was this section. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is sick. Famous person. I'm going to tell you about Mickey Mantle, one of my favorite baseball players. Mickey Mantle was born in Oklahoma. He enjoyed baseball a lot. When he got older, he was very good and soon got drafted to the majors. He played on the New York Yankees. He was very happy to be on the Yankees. He was one of the best home run hitters. He led the league in home runs 4 times. Now I'm going to tell you about one of his biggest records. He hit 18 home runs in 1 World Series. That's amazing. Mickey Mantle is a switch hitter, and he played center. He had great speed. He was one of the fastest on the New York Yankees. Soon he got injuries, and his leaps in the 1600s, I ain't right. Soon after that, he retired. Mickey Mantle was elected to the Baseball Card Hall of Fame in 1974. Mickey is still alive today, and his rookie cards is worth over $32,000. Thanks for listening. Thank you guys for listening. That's so good. Oh, this is so good. Oh, man, I've wanted to share this with you guys for so long. Conclusion. All right, I'll just read this. Conclusion. I know you've learned a lot of things. Like Mickey Mantle was one of the best hitters. Yes. He made many records. Now I'm going to go over some things. I enjoy this hobby a lot because it is fun, something to do, and it uses up time. I will continue this hobby because it's fun and something to do. I would recommend this to other people because first, it's worth it and it's fun and it makes you want to save money for baseball cards. So you learn a little bit about money, like I always talk about. Makes you want to save money for baseball cards. I hope you start your own baseball card collection too. Have fun, do it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. That is sick. Dude, it's like I'm talking to my future self back then knowing I was going to have a YouTube channel or something. Oh my gosh. And it goes on here. Dude, there was a few pages I didn't read, but I was so excited to read this myself and to hold this and to know what happened the day after that. My all-time favorite baseball card that I just treasure and means so much to me made the Hall of Fame, and I had to say in that, and it felt like I was a part of it, and all of you guys were a part of voting for your favorite cards, and it's just awesome. And I also found today, I've been talking about these for a long time too. I have about 6 of these different ones, but this is the only one I found in a box. My wife found it again. These are the ones I had, my mom got me, and I've had them up in my wall my whole life. And they used to be blue frames, the same exact blue as you see behind you. And you can see a little trace of the blue that was when I was a kid. And then this is when I got older. I had a black and white house, and I put these in them. And I've had these my whole life. And I didn't even remember Jimmy Fox. I never bring him up. That's why I have an obsession with Jimmy Fox, because he was right here the whole time. And I have a bunch others. So I'm hoping to run across those, because I haven't gone through all the boxes. I just moved them to the other room. Huge process. And then I found these really cool floppy disks. I mean, are you kidding me? This is invoices from my eBay sales. I mean, dude, if I could get into these, that'd be awesome. This is my baseball card collection. I still did it way back then. I used to organize them on Excel. I mean, dude, I want to see what's on these so bad. I want to see what's on them so bad. I want to see when I sold my Jordan rookies. That would be cool to see. And then one last thing that I've got to share with you guys is I've been talking about this poster forever. My wife laminated this for me 10 years ago probably. I was collecting I was buying so much wax back then. And I bought one box. I talk about it all the time with my friend. We went to Frank & Sons, and there was one box left. We both had like $100 left, and we were like, we were buying so much back then. There's Alan Ginter, and I go, are you going to buy it? Because if you're not, I'll take it. He's like, sat there, a couple minutes, talking to him. With the dealer who I saw on Jeff Wilson's channel at Frank & Sons. That guy, he knew us by name. Like, I forgot his name now, but he was on Jeff Wilson's show when he visited Frank & Sons. It blew my mind. I had no idea. He was like a big time. So my friend said, no, go ahead. So I grabbed the box, and on the way home in the car ride, whoever didn't drive, and I didn't drive that day, I had to open one of their boxes up on the way home so we could have fun on the way home. And then when we got home, we would crack open beers and play pool and bring our cards down there and open them up. It was so much fun. I pulled this Evan Longoria 1/1 sketch card in a rip card. It was one per case rip cards. This was in the rip card. I pulled it. I have the actual card that I ripped it from over there on display. And inside that rip card, because I opened the pack, got the rip card, and I was in the truck next to my friend, next to Danny, and I ripped that open, and that was in it, Evan Longoria, and that was the biggest card you could have pulled in this entire run at that time. I sold it right away it was $1,800 to $2,200 on eBay. Now, what I wouldn't give to hold that card again. But I have the original card that I ripped it from. It was a Pee Wee Reese rip card, numbered I think to 50, and I still have it. So that is why, I mean, I don't need that card, and I'm glad I sold it for $2,000 when I did. But to find the poster again, made my day. Like, so much cool stuff I found up there that I'll be sharing as we go. Some of my dad's comic books and other awesome things. But yeah, I wanted to get on here today and just say thank you. And I am truly a blessed man to have my all-time favorite baseball card in the Baseball Card Hall of Fame now, and it'll be solidified next to his buddy George Brett. They had to go in. They had to both be in. You can't have one and not the other. So, dude, thank you guys so much. Thanks everybody out there for all your kind words and support, and for voting for Robin Yount and taking part in that. And I hope next year we're gonna go big and get some cards in too. So thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, be inspired. Don't be influenced. Shaka!